Hi, I'm Peter Sluska, and I directed the Lilies video for Bat for Lashes. So Natasha and I met for the first time last spring. She was in New York, actually, to shoot the cover for her upcoming album, The Haunted Man. And she came by Hornet. She shared the track with me. We basically looked over a bunch of ideas. We talked about some general directions. It was great because she actually had some ideas really early on about the kind of performance she wanted to give, the kind of, say, the fact that she wanted to perform with puppets and create something a little surreal, a little otherworldly, a little different, and something very handmade, and I would say, artsy, for lack of a better word. From the beginning, there was the understanding that once we got on set, and we shot with her for 3 days at the stage in Dumbo, at that point we had a pretty good structure for what we wanted to create. We spent 1 day shooting just live action with the puppets themselves, and then we shot 2 days shooting all the pixelation and animation that was necessary to get with her in town. We animated quite a few props and elements after she left. However, there was a really long list of things we needed to get that involved her involvement, and Natasha was a great sport, willing to put up with shots that could sometimes last hours, if not the bulk of an entire day. Maybe the two most difficult were the "Thank God I'm Alive" shot, where we had this ocean surging out of her, coming out of her mouth with all these spirits flying out as well. It's kind of the climax of the song. We were posing Natasha 1 frame at a time. We were changing makeup and paint on her face. Then we were also reflecting in glass, lightning, clouds, ships, the water itself. That shot was really a challenge, but I don't think we would have gotten the same effect if we had just tried to composite everything. Of those 3 shoot days, we did have 1 day to focus solely on the puppets. We had 3 puppets, obviously this large crow-like character who couldn't see out of his costume at all but had video glasses hooked to an output on one of the monitors, but that was enough for him to interact with Natasha and see what was going on. We had our kind of big woolly tusked creature, and then we had another guy who was kind of looked like a fish. And the puppets really just appear from this other realm. You could say Natasha summons them during the verses, and in the chorus, here there are these creatures from the spirit realm kind of interacting and exploring the world with Natasha. Another one of the really challenging pixelation sequences was that crystal armor turret head with kind of the weird goggles that encases Natasha. The only way to really get that was to shoot it in reverse, so we built this beautiful prop and then we cut it away. So once again, Natasha was in there encased for hours. Even though it was translucent, it's really pretty claustrophobic in there. So that was a challenging shot for her. The face painting sequence did basically a step-by-step paint process. If you look at some of those individual frames, they look kind of funny. In action, it's actually quite cool, and it feels like this blast of energy kind of washing across her, and you see the lightning literally come across her face, and it was basically just doing 2D animation, but with a makeup artist who literally painted frame by frame all of these increments right across Natasha. For the bird hand sequence, our fabricator Maxwell built from scratch this beautiful incremental sequence of growing wings. He literally he built an understructure and laid in every feather. And of course the last set was fully wired so that it could actually start to flap and fly. We wanted Natasha to be surrounded by just these mysterious objects, mysterious props, pieces and artifacts of this other spirit world. And the cloud machine was part and parcel of that. It was kind of this interesting contraption that's hovering above. We don't know where it came from, possibly and probably another dimension. Just a cool kind of gadget that helps bridge those worlds, where it's just her singing kind of in the darkness in this void, and then helps us transition to those more colorful, playful times when she's joined by all her spirit friends. I'd say by the end, by the 3rd verse, I think Natasha and the puppets have really come to know each other a bit, and it's pretty joyous, it's pretty loose.
Coming in and really huddle around her.
nice end, new friendship, and a warm, snuggly way to end the video. Thanks for listening. I hope this gives you a glimpse into the method, the technique, and what we were trying to achieve with this video.